okay, I tried to do like an introduction for this, like a big-ass overblown introduction like I did for, you know, Just Cause and much of my other videos, because I usually am doing that with my videos. Like, I'll make a really cool 1 to 2 minute intro for a video. I can't seem to do it with this one, and I'll tell you why. There are no fucking TV outwires available. Apparently there are for this thing, but I've looked and I can't find any right now, so if anybody has any sources to them, please let me know. Other than that, this is going to be the second hardware, I think it's the second hardware review I'm doing. Anyway, this is going to be the second official hardware, the fucking shit, God damn it! I mean, it shouldn't be that complex to read one fucking opening line, but no, I can't seem to do it. No, I don't script my stuff, do it on the fly. Perfection! Haha, so fucking easy. Well, it's not fucking easy, goddamn. In the battle for console handhelds, goddamn. For a long time, handhelds have been the thing to go to for gaming on the go, with Nintendo's DS and Sony's PS. Who the fuck is messaging me on Skype? All the stupid I'm fucking recording! See, clear as day that I have the message up that says I'm busy. You know, it says, oh, Meg, will you review Final Fantasy 13? No, I won't review fucking Final Fantasy 13, god. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is the PSP GO, the latest in Sony's lineup of handhelds for gaming and entertainment on the go. It is also a fingerprint magnet and a pain in my ass because now I have to buy new wires to hook it up to a TV. And of course, you can only find component wires apparently, and I'm going to have to order them online because, you know, no store in the fucking county has them. But this is a tiny, tiny handheld. And while it may have a sexy sheen to it and a slide out front and everything like that, this is a very expensive handheld. It's also a pain in the ass to get this M2 slot open. But if you can get it open, congrats! You now can expand the built-in memory that's already 16 gig for storage, by another 16 gig. Maybe higher, I don't know if they go any higher than that right now. But that's a lot of space to store a lot of stuff. That also has, you know, it's various stuff, like there's a hold switch, there's volume, there's display, there's the music thing. Everything for the original PSP models is here, just in a much smaller design. And this sexy bitch, the way you start it up is you slide it open. And there it is. The brightest display I've ever seen on a handheld from Sony. And, you know, a handy clock. But you didn't pay $250 for this clock. Yes, $250. That is no joke. It's $50 off the price of a PS3. Now, let's take a look at another feature. Something people have been telling me about, a lot of people told me about actually, is this digital comic thing. You know, usually I think of these things as gimmicks at best, but this might actually catch on. A very creative way of flipping through the comics is going left and right with the D-pad, and it actually pans panel for panel. More so you can listen to your own music, so you can always set the scene or set the mood if you want to call it like that. And you could also move, you know, with the analog stick if you want, but the best way to do it is to flip manually like I'm doing with the D-pad here. And it literally scrolls, and it looks great, and it's dynamic as hell. Considering the price of the comics is like $1 to $2 tops, this is an awesome way to take an old format and revitalize it in some way. They tried this on DVD a while ago, but it was just too expensive to be viable. But like this, it's a little bit better. But you didn't buy this thing to read comics, you bought it to play games! And gaming on the PSP GO is just as good as it was before. In fact, it feels a little bit better, I hate to say it. Now, of course, there's going to be a little bit of hand cramping and such, but I get that with the DS as well. Maybe it's because my hands are bigger than most, you know, teenagers or otherwise. But at the same time, I really have no problem playing games on this thing. It handles great, it controls great, it's the exact same speed as the PSP 3000, 2000, whatever model you want to talk about. The only difference is the screen is so much brighter, it is ridiculous. My camera can't even keep up with the brightness at times. That's how bright this screen is. The only times the brightness will drop is when you leave it standing by for a few minutes, where it automatically will tone down the brightness so you don't waste your battery life away. You could change that setting if you want to. I haven't really fucked around with it because, you know, I just leave shit alone usually when I get a handheld. But in terms of playability, this thing is excellent, and it works great, and it handles fantastically. But, you know, it's one thing to play Super Stardust HD on a portable, or the portable version rather. It's another thing to play something that really taxes the hell out of the controls. And that game, my friends, is the one that I was waiting for, the reason I didn't buy this thing till now. That would be DJ Max Fever. Now, with the PSP GO, all the games you have for it, you have to download. There's no more UMDs. So when this game was unavailable, I said to hell with the PSP GO, despite liking its designs. This game, however, will tax the hell out of anybody's fingers, is challenging as fuck, and requires full control of the PSP. So, in my initial test run with this thing, originally, you can see I was having slight problems. It has nothing to do with the PSP GO's handheld controls, because the controls are fine. They're exactly the same as the PSP other models. The main problem is, because of where the controls are placed this time around the bend, the slight differences, my hands have not adjusted yet. I'm not saying I'm a professional when it comes to this game. All I'm saying is that this game can be tricky as hell on your fingers. You have to remember exact placement without looking at it 24/7. And when it comes to games like this, where you require constant input, you might have slight issues adjusting from the original PSPs. But at the same time, it handles great, and I gotta say, $20 for this game, it's cheaper than in stores. They just recently lowered the price now in stores. But in general, a whole lot of UMDs are available now on the PSN store, and with Media Go, it's not hard to get this stuff, so any complaints about lack of games to play is bullshit. More so is the fact that there are certain games that come out on PSN or on Media Go or whatever you want to use to download this stuff that just aren't available in stores. One such is Fate Unlimited Codes, which is an awesome fighter. One other thing that might not have been obvious at this point is that the PSP GO is the loudest PSP to date. Have a listen. Considering in the past I've had to battle with the volume and even get some volume out of it at times, this is impressive for PSP, which I've always had volume issues with. But other issues do arise as well at times, such as speaker resonance or just plain volume outcries, or whatever you want to call them. A good example is at the menu of Lunar. Here, have a listen. It's not really bad per se, it's just sort of strange and distorted sounding, like it's too loud for the speaker to handle. But really, not a big deal. The other reason I really like the Go is because of its existence, the fact that UMDs had to be formatted for this thing. Some of the rarer games, or just harder to find games, have now been made available to anyone who wants to download them. Such as this gem right here, a game I wanted to play forever that I could never track down a copy for. eBay inflated shipping prices aside, I wasn't paying that much for any UMD. And now, for a cheap price, I get my hands on this fucking game, and the song alone at the menu, the opening menu, makes it worthwhile. Have a listen to this gem right here. So in closing, I would say that the PSP GO is one of the best of Sony's lineup of handhelds of the shit! So all said and done, the PSP GO is excellent. If I would say to go one way, it would be to go with the PSP GO, because the PSP GO... What the fuck? So yeah, the PSP GO, this is a great little handheld, gets great sound, great fit. Why is somebody messaging me on Skype? God of War 3, every fucking time. It's either Final Fantasy 13 or God of War 3. Please review them! I would say if you don't already own a PSP, then PSP GO is the way to go. Okay, bad puns away, let's just take a look at me failing at DJ Max Fever once again. Because, you know, I recorded like 3 hours of footage of DJ Max Fever because I just seriously cannot stop playing the game. I mean, you think 5-star and friggin' Guitar Hero's hard, you should try DJ Max, fucking Oblivion will wipe the floor.
Practice, never give it up.